I want that literally. So here's the thing, because you won't get heads or tails of this. So because you were like this with your right arm coming down, so it would go. So inherently from this angle, this right arm would get behind you. This would get narrow.
Yeah.
Like this, and then to hit the ball, you drag the handle
Jump
this
up,
way
yeah.
and then stand up.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is already better, but your right arm is still getting better, but you still have too much load in your wrist angles. Okay. So what needs to happen is you have to feel like if I was getting
to release it, or
big time, very early. So you're gonna go there, right arm goes this way, and then you're gonna feel like this club gets to the ball real early, to the point that you recock the club real early over here.
Try that? Okay.
Yeah. That's what it's got to feel like. Because the sequence looks nice. So what would that feel like? And then let it recock. Exactly. Because you don't do that and finish like right here. There. That's what you have to feel. Yep. So it's almost like you're hitting a ball that's like a foot and a half before the ball. Just do a bunch of those. I don't care where they go. I just want to see the drag get pulled out of there.
Is drag just kind of like a long time habit?
Yeah. Yeah, big time.
Look at you all colorful.
Yeah. Okay, make it happen. Well, that's different. And then if you want to use a TrackMan with charge, I just don't have you have to use your phone.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Am I cool to use it now?
Oh yeah, totally. Eric, much better.
That was better? Is it?
Yeah. Okay, right arm just needs to be a little more kind of in front of that. That shaft. See, it's lining up at 6 now.
The forward, it's kind of like up, right?
Yeah, and then there, it's actually releasing out. You see how your finish even changes. It, like your wrist recocks.
Well, because before I was scared to release it because, you know, my clip is so much, like, because I hook it so much.
Yeah. So what happens, this is what's interesting. So what you do, is this thing gets dragged along this way for a long time to the point where it goes boom like that.
That's all the ball's going to go, either push right or
right. So what really has to happen is you have to feel like this, and then this actually starts to let out, and then rehinges over here.
Is that why it's kind of like impossible for them to get the club face square? Because I'm just pulling on it?
Yeah, you can't.
It's always open.
It's open.
Yeah.
It's like and then it's here. So the feel is you're still moving, but this thing's let out way earlier and working this way. Now, I don't want you to manually try to go late and do it. I want it to be very early to do it. Okay.
So that means I got to use more body to
The body's going to be the power feel, not this. Right, keep going, recock it. And real early. So like if you look at McIlroy, right?
Yeah.
Through the ball with Rory, his left wrist is going to extension real fast to the point that he recocks the club right here. Right? He's like this. Same with Adam.
But that's not flippy, right?
No, not at all. But there's this context that you want to get shaft lean.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's fine for some. I mean, most amateurs are going to be over the top flipped and everything.
I'm like, to an extent, like...
Yeah, they're like jamming the handle forward.
Yeah.
So you don't need to do that. This thing needs to widen out and rehinge faster. And then now immediately rehinge it. Now, right, you feel that?
Okay.
That's your feel. Way better. I don't care where they go, do that. Because see the bottom was different?
Yeah.
Good. Good. Now let it out and recock it. Good. Yes. What's funny is your right arm's actually better. It's more bent when you did that.
Really?
Yeah. Good. I don't care. Chunk them. It doesn't matter. Get the position better. Here's what's cool. You do this, you won't be going backwards.
Because I'll be going this way.
Yeah. Yeah, you won't be able to hit the ground. And then it's recocking real fast. Yeah, boom, all the way through. Correct. Ooh. Ooh, that was different. So now the speed is now more angular in the wrist.
Uh-huh.
So you got a hand speed component. So what happens?
So for me, it's kind of like really different because I gotta feel more hands, like
Yeah.
releasing it instead of like try to kind of drag it like
Yeah.
with my body.
Yeah. So your speed mechanism before is you get here, and then this would just get
Pull it,
drag,
right?
drag, and you kind of go like this,
Uh-huh.
and then this rolls out,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
So this is all pretty, and this the right arm's better, but you have to feel now that this is let out way back here, like you're gonna hit a ball 2 feet before the ball.
Okay.
But because the pivot's better, it pulls it around,
Uh-huh.
and then this club starts to recock real fast.
Okay.
Okay. Like if you look at my finish, right? So if you look at my finish right here, this goes boom, right? Look how fast I recock the club.
Mhm.
So it's right here. It's not like this.
Because I'm more like right here.
Yeah, you're way over there.
Okay. In my mind, I was always scared to flip it. Like,
Yeah, well, there's a difference between what you were doing and flipping. And recock. Boom. Exactly. Oh, look at that. I draw.
yeah, I know.
So you should be able to do this. Like if I put a ball on the ground off my back foot back here, you don't need to hit like that to hit a ball,
Mhm.
right? You'll still have enough shaft lean even though this thing's letting out. Look at my right arm, right? This is let out off my back foot,
Mhm.
but it's still recocking.
You don't have to hit like that.
No.
Yeah. I'll think like this.
Correct. You can launch the you know what out of it off your back foot. Exactly. Look at you, kid.
I gotta feel more in the wrist, right? That's
It's the wrist. Look, some will say this is heresy, but your ball just did it twice.
I know.
I did a high launch,
Yeah.
draws, whatever. That's what happens when you pigeonhole yourself into concepts.
What, should I worry about my left wrist then? Like,
No, because it's not gonna look. If you do this,
Mhm.
it will not go this way.
oh yeah. Huh.
It can't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. See, it stays in flexion longer, and then it heads into extension at the bottom. Boom. Yeah. Beautiful. Do that. Just glide through it. Do that again. Check this out. Look where your handle went. It went around the corner better
Yeah.
too.
Is the backswing okay? Could be higher or?
Yeah, I don't care. It looks fine. Look at that.
Yeah.
See
But the
that?
right knee still kind of kicks in.
Yeah, I don't care. Well, that's
Okay.
because your pressure's not forward enough.
On P6 or?
Yeah, well, probably P5, but look at your handle there. See, it stays outside the hands for a long time.
Yeah.
The face stays square. Look at the club face
That's
there.
ideal. Yeah.
That's not rolling over,
Mm-hmm.
right? Keep doing that. So, like, the wrong strategy would be, like, if you were trying to do this, if this handle was pulled along for too long, like this, and let's say you did get to 6 where it looked pretty good, well, you can't get the head to the ball.
Uh-huh.
So you start trying to drag it more left, and then you're just slamming down and across on the ball.
You pull, right? Yeah.
Well, so this is the strategy. So guys that do this, most of the time, they know they don't want to do that, and they start going this way, and then they start hooking it or pushing it. Or if I don't want to do that, or push cutting it, because the face is dead open.
Yeah.
So then they go dead across it. It's like they don't get heads or tails of what's going on.
I like what Alex Moran kind of does, like.
To a degree, maybe. He's actually a lot better now, my opinion. Right, and it's just recocking. Boom. Exactly.
And the weight should be more.
Well, it's going to land a little more forward into your left toe, just so you can control the bottom and create more push-up. Land, yep, correct. Yeah, there you go. Better. It's funny, you look at VJ, he's like this, right?
Yeah, that's so crazy, his swing. But his misses are like pulls too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, by design, he likes to fade it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Fade it like this. Like usually when because he's like this, right? That's like perfect for like a push draw.
Yeah, but look where you're. Yeah, but don't drag that handle like that. Do that again. Yes, exactly. Please do that.
Well, that's what I've been trying to do in the weekend. I was trying to get the right elbow really in front.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like doing this a lot.
Yeah, but let that out.
Yeah.
Okay. Show me. Make this one the best one. It's gonna recock. Correct. Way better. I mean, you see that in Rory, right? Where it's just kind of free flowing and the club's kind of doing this.
Yeah.
It's not being dragged. That's way better. See
Yeah.
how the shaft actually like shallowed out right there?
But I still got to release more, huh?
A little more.
Yeah.
Look at your right elbow at impact.
Yeah. It's not that anymore.
No, it's not rotated over. Look how much better the finish got. See?
Okay.
So now maybe some of your friends need to work on what you do, but you're on the other side of that. This is a good one, Chris. So he's trying to go right arm there and then recock the club before P6. Like before P6, let it go. Yeah. Like let this get that way real early. Better. So that should be what your deal is. You're just hitting high launch like moon balls with your wrist angles.
Okay.
Not with your axis. This he'll drag. He'll go to the top and drag. And then he goes, oh shit. Tilt, kick the knee, throw this out. Yep. Boom. Real early. That is so much better. Such a bad ball.
Yeah.
Wild, right?
Yeah.
So this is the opposite of a golf machine lesson.
It is.
So like if you were thinking like golf machine, you would go, okay, well I'm going to sustain the lag.
That's what we were taught at IMG anyways.
Yeah, like handle forward and like all this stuff. And look, at the end result of that, some guys need that, some guys don't. So if you verbatim did that, well, it's got to line up.
Yeah.
Like the face has to line up. And in fact, for you need that to speed the head up and get dynamic loft back on the club. He's feeling like he's casting it at the bottom and recocking his wrist fast, like just getting this out. Done. But then all this gets more, it gets a better sequence, you know, like his hips and everything.
Yeah.
So you you have a tennis court, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like if you're hitting a tennis racket and it's going like this, you wouldn't keep it like this the whole time.
You gotta go
This thing's gonna let out.
Or turn a doorknob.
Yeah. And it lets out. Boom. Early. There it is. Yes, please. Do that. That looked awesome.
That's like complete opposite of what I'm doing.
I don't mind that. It just looks like you're swinging an object now instead of dragging it. It just looks like you're here and it's like, poof. Right?
Okay. Wait, is it okay? Because when I was doing slow motion,
Uh-huh.
after impact, my hands are still like, you know, you can't really see my hands, but at full swing, you can see kind of my hands are a little
Yeah, I
out.
don't care.
Okay, it's okay.
Yeah, I don't care.
Does that just means I need to rotate my body a little more? Or?
Yeah, but don't chase that picture right now. Like if you're chasing this picture
I'm
and
gonna pull
and,
it.
and you're narrow,
Yeah, I'm gonna pull
you're
it.
screwed. I'd rather this thing get right and this go like that,
Uh-huh.
and then over time match the pivot.
So
Okay.
my next piece would be more rotation.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm kind of still like you're saying, like at P5, I'm not really stepping like the weight.
Yeah, your pressures could be a touch more left, and that gets wider. Okay, because look, you look at McElroy. Some of the time, his handle's over here.
When you try to play it tall, right? Or
Well, or just whatever, like straight shot.
Uh-huh.
But he launches it, right? This isn't necessarily over here. Now, in the long run, yeah, we want that, but that's long term. You got to make the first domino fall before the second. Yes. Dude, that is beautiful. That's hand speed, dude.
Yeah.
See how it's like.
but it's surprisingly, because I thought like my whole life like playing golf, it's kind of like, oh, don't use your hand, don't use your hand. It's like that's why even when I'm trying to do that, I'm still trying to like not really thinking about the wrists.
Yeah.
But surprising, like the shots I'm hitting, it's kind of really consistent.
Yeah.
High draw.
When you're not
like,
hitting different trajectories where
Yeah,
one's
yeah.
low, squirrely.
That's weird. That is.
Yeah, and that lines up.
So I need less lag.
Yeah,
Right?
essentially. Yeah, you want to unlag your system. You like look at Tiger, right? When he was a junior, the thing was 90 degrees at P5. 90.
Really?
And bombed it, right? I mean, bombed it when he was 155 pounds.
So just don't be scared to release it.
Yeah, as much as you want. Good. Now that's just pressure not forward enough and tilted a little bit. But that was good. Think of it this way. If you were dragging the club, you wouldn't want to get to your left side because you'd drive it straight in the ground,
I can't. Yeah.
right?
If I'm doing this, I have to kind of like.
You would fall back on
Yeah.
it, right? So just think in that term. So now you actually can be on your left foot and have that thing land and go. Right arm, club head. Exactly. Ooh. That was pure.
Yeah. You guys doing some new golf balls?
Yeah. Well, it's not my box to check.
And he hit that with what? What was the ball speed?
Oh, it was like
201, right?
yeah.
With
But
this golf ball?
it would have been like 210 plus.
Yeah, he's not even big. He's like skinny.
Oh, he's big.
He's big?
Yeah, he's taller than me.
Oh, okay. He doesn't look like he's like,
Yeah, like he can. Yeah, yeah. He can farmer's carry at 300 pounds. He said.
Oh, shit.
So he's strong. Yeah, that's awesome right there. Ooh. That was stupid how good that was. Wow. Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
So think of it like in a pitch shot. Okay, so like if I'm hitting a pitch shot, I have the opportunity, if I drag it, there's no upward anything going on, right?
Mhm.
So it's going like this. It's very linear that way. So, but if I have an upward piece, what does that do to the club? Release it,
yeah.
right? But where's my pressure?
Left.
Left foot, right? So if no matter what my path delivery concept is, so some guys are this way, some guys are this way, still at that point, it's going to be going vertical to pull the handle up, back, and around and get this thing to release. Well, it's no different than a driver,
Okay.
right?
Good here. Up. Right.
Yeah, exactly. So think of that also in your short game.
Uh-huh.
So if you're staying kind of in flexion and you're dragging the handle around to try to make contact, that might be an issue too. Try to make it universal, is my point.
Okay. So even on my like pitch shots or like wedge shots.
Yeah, same concept.
I think that when I was learning short game, it was the hinge and hold. You
Okay.
know what? It was hinge and it kind of just like.
I doubt they do that now.
Yeah, I don't think so. Remember that when Nicholson had the whole hinge and hold?
Yeah,
concept?
he doesn't even do it. But yeah. Timmy, if you heard this, your brother doesn't do this. Okay. Oh, well, Phil watches this stuff, so oops. There you go. Look at that. There's your dynamic loft.
Mhm.
Ooh, that was really good. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, that's awesome. These are all pretty stable.
Mhm.
Yep. Boom. Dang, son, look at that. So, like, okay. So I'm going to be like devil's advocate for a minute, okay? Because I really don't like leaving things empty,
Uh-huh.
okay? Because what happens is like, well, Dana said this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, true that I'm talking about the club releasing, but then at some point you have to manage dynamic loft.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want you to do it the wrong way. So like if you hit a flighted ball, this is still lining up, okay, essentially, the right way, lining up, but then you're not going to let it just keep going, okay? So if I wanted to flight a ball inside like 160 yards or something, I would do the same concept, but then feel like this just stays long.
Okay.
Like keep that integrity in line.
I think for now,
For now, you're not doing that.
Yeah.
But just in
Yeah,
the
got it.
long run. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I don't want you to try to slam down on a ball to hit it low, essentially. It's all right. That was old right arm. Yeah, there it is. Smashed. Beautiful. That was nice, dude.